I think it's time for me to ever since I've gotten close to my goal of finishing the story, I'm really close. I'm on book 8 out of book 9. And I'm starting to figure it out. I got some scripts down. I'm almost done with the ninth one, so I can finally start rewriting things, try and rework it. But I think it's enough to where I think I can give you an idea of where I want this to go. So I'm just gonna do a character sheet first. So each character that I've made in this universe for these books has a representation. They're a representative of a certain fear. This book is about, well, the book series as a whole is about fears and how they get represented differently. Seikup, as well as our protagonist, is the fear of failure. So how that's how that's represented is how his will to do whatever it takes to win against the Overlord, the main antagonist of the whole story itself, starts to grow and grow within each story. And I feel like that's going to be the first thing that I'm going to introduce, because each book I should introduce a certain motif, right? The first book, called The Demonic is the New Normal. That's literally the name of it. I have a whole timeline for the first book and everything right now. It's a work in progress, but I have first scripts finally. It took me a while, but I got there. Anyways, the fear of failure is something we all experience. It's relatable, right? It's it's some it's something that it feels it feels organic, not organic, ordinary. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. It feels ordinary, and it's something you would see in a style form like this. So, but I feel like it's represented differently, right? Because maybe if you were maybe if you're the foreshadowing of that, you could interpret it as the fear of failure being you could overcome it, the main characters can overcome it and whatnot. But and it's gonna they're taking steps to overcome their fear. Well, that could happen with different characters. It's not the same with him. He develops his will or his ruthlessness to combat this fear instead of just combating it normally with instead of combating it normally by being, I don't know, just trying to overcome it, trying to be like a normal MC hero, right? Well, he is trying to overcome his fears. He cares more about the Overlord than anything else. He's not really looking at himself. He's looking at the dagger, not the mirror. That's what I like to call it. He's trying, his will to kill the Overlord and do whatever it takes overpowers his will to better himself. And that's what really probably gets him. That's what develops his character a lot. Anyways, next sort of main side side character C is the fear of betrayal. So C originally used to be a character that betrayed Jacob in past drafts. They betrayed the main character. They betrayed the main character to kill the Overlord themselves, and they might still do that. But I feel like this is when, like, it's sort of built up. Like, I feel like isn't only gonna be the traitor. He's gonna be the one who's paranoid. He's gonna be the doubt within the group for a while. So another sort of motif or rule that I made up for this is that there's always gonna be a seed of doubt within this sort of team, within every single book. There's always gonna be a seed of doubt within. So whether it's a character, whether it's a situation, there's going to be something with a seed of doubt. And I feel like that C sort of thing. And then he's going to be the one who's, like, he's paranoid. He's looking at everyone, trying to make sure that he knows the risk. And he doesn't want it all to be in vain. Then we have the Overlord, the fear itself. He's the main antagonist of the whole. I think I called it. He's the main antagonist of all the sagas, the story itself. He's the main antagonist. He's the most powerful character here. He's the one that started the World War III within this sort of canonical timeline. He's the one that brought a literal new era for humanity. He made Zapaco the only viable living place. Like, Zapaco is the hometown of where this all went down. It's the main character's hometown. It's the most popular hometown because that's the only hometown that's left. Everything else got destroyed from the Overlord and his forces thanks to the Third World War. The Overlord, the only war that the Overlord participated in, or at least the only war that was like global or with other forces actually revealing himself. Anyways, Jacraus, another interesting character. He is connected to C and Sega. Jacraus is actually like sort of the uncle of Jacob and the father figure of C after numerous tragedies that C has endured. And Jacraus' fear is being caught. So Jacraus all along has been a traitor, right? So I feel like it's a sort of, it mixes well with C's fear being betrayal. Maybe he's the reason, like, maybe C's figured it out. Maybe C's saw it coming, or at least predicted it, or is worried And like he's looking for all possible situations, and that fear is what dictates everything, every move that he makes. And yeah, Jacraus is always, but he's also the one that's been the most hospitable. I can't say anything. Hospitable. No, hang on. Hospital. No, hospitable. Hospital. 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 Ooh, hospital. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Hospital. He's helped the team so well, so much. He saved he saved the lives of the team so many times, and he's trying his best to defeat the Overlord, even though he's being a pawn. And that's probably another thing why his fear is being caught instead of anything else. He's scared of the Overlord, even though he has this calmish demeanor, and he's trying to see, like, he's an understanding guy. He's like, so C is the calm fellow, but Jacraus is the understanding. He's the one that sees different perspectives, because he's in a bad perspective right now. So be hypocritical for him to really not see the good, or the not seeing what their perspective is, and what they are going through, what people are going through. So he could be like a little healer. Like he could be the one who's trying to, he's not a typical traitor, right? He's not, like, he's hospitable, he's helped Jacraus. No, he has helped C and Jacob. He's literally protected them from the Overlord and his family. But Jacraus does have a sort of iffy relationship with the parents of Jacob. I'm gonna go through, actually, no, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna split this up into 2 parts. I'm gonna have different fears. There's, again, the whole character sheet isn't even finished yet. I don't even know if all of these are enough, right? So I'm gonna do a part 2 to this. I'm gonna see how this does. This is just a bit of an experiment. Nothing really more or less. I'll see you guys later with more of this.